Hello, welcome friends to one more great and interesting session from kolkatageeks.com. And this time it's my turn and I'm going to speak on a very interesting webinar, that is understanding object-oriented programming with 10 real-time scenarios. Now this session is going to be conducted on 18 December 2011 from Sunday afternoon time 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. Now let me just give a brief about this session, what I'm going to speak and how this session will flow. Now the topic is very simple: object-oriented programming. As a junior you must have visited this 100 times, and if you're a senior you must have visited it 1000 times, right? But still even after so many discussions, so much reading and so much things on the net, people still today get confused that basically when to use abstract class, when to use an interface, when should I use polymorphism, what exactly is the difference between abstraction and encapsulation, and still the questions keep coming up. So what we thought, probably the best way to make understand any topic is to talk about the scenario. If you talk about the scenario and then you propose the solution, then things map up very good. So what we're going to do is we're going to demonstrate a scenario here, saying that this is the scenario and how do you solve it. In other words, which kind of object-oriented programming principle will fit in. For example, you can see over here there is one scenario. You can see like the third scenario, the cluttered class scenario, right? So the way this session will move is basically we will first open the code here and say, okay, this is the cluttered class scenario, right? So here we have a simple customer class, and this customer class has a very nice what you call a public variable here called as type of customer. So in other words, depending on the type of the customer, this class actually calculates the discount, right? So if it's a gold customer, it calculates the discount as 15%, and if it's a silver customer, it calculates as 10%. Now let's say tomorrow if you want to go and add a bronze customer, then you will go and add one more if condition here, and then you will return saying whatever is the discount, right? Now this is not really a good idea. Why? Because your customer class is doing too many work. It's acting like a gold customer, it is acting like a silver customer, and second very important point is that you are going and modifying the same code again and again. In other words, you have to go through the complete testing cycle, right? So one code which is working, going and changing that code is not a good idea. So the question here is that what kind of principle is this code violating, and which kind of object-oriented principle we can fit here, so that this code works well, and it is, and when we add a new customer type, we do not have to go and change all over the place. So in this way, this webinar will first talk about the scenario, and then we'll talk about the solution. So with this approach, we will understand object-oriented programming in a better manner, as compared to just talking definition, saying that okay, abstraction is showing only what is necessary, encapsulation means height, complexity, inheritance means a parent-child. So rather than talking about definitions, we talk about scenarios here. So I hope that this session would be useful. So do mark your calendars. It's 18 September 2011, Sunday from 2 to 3. Now in order to attend this session, what you have to do is very important, is basically you have to register for this event. Click here on the register yourself link. You can either click on the register yourself link, or what you can do is basically you can go to kolkatageeks.com and type /register.aspx, and you will come up with a user registration form. Here you can start filling your name, your first name and your password, and then you will be notified with the appropriate credentials by which you can come and attend this session. So see you on Sunday 18 December from 2 to 3 p.m. and we'll talk about 10 important scenarios and their solutions, and while doing so we will try to understand how exactly object-oriented programming is implemented in real world. Thank you so much.